Hello, my loves, and welcome to the final episode of Family Wounds and Forgiveness, the series. My name is Kellyanne, and the last thing that we were talking about is the number one thing to know about forgiveness. The number one just thing to keep in mind. And it's because the story that we've been told about forgiveness is that it is the thing that gives other people a second chance. It's the thing that allows us to give other people a second chance and the space to grow. And they're right. But that space to grow and that other chance to respond differently, to react in a new way, is something that you deserve to give yourself first. Because we are nasty to ourselves, aren't we? I know that I have been very mean to myself in my own head. And it has caused me to allow others to treat me badly because of what I believe that I deserved. It made me show up in ways that I didn't like to see myself. I didn't like to see myself showing up that way because it made me mean and nasty toward other people. So forgiveness is that chance to grow and that space to find another way to react and respond that you give to yourself. When you forgive yourself for letting other people treat you the way that they treated you, when you forgive yourself for how you treated others in times when you were in distress, when you forgive yourself for all the ways that mean ways that you've been treating yourself, then you get this sort of spark of, oh my gosh, I'm allowed to try again. I'm allowed to be a different person the next time. I'm allowed to grow and to strengthen as opposed to wither every single time I acknowledge to myself that I wasn't my best. Instead of that withering, you get I forgive myself, the lightening of the load. And one of my favorite practices that I use for free, my little freebie for y'all who have watched through this entire series, this is the number one thing, the number one practice that I've used to become a great forgiver, to become great at forgiving myself and developing a healed state of forgiveness toward my family wounds. And this practice is so simple. All you have to do is say, I forgive myself every time you do a little tiny fuck up. Every time you make a little weensy mistake, say, I forgive myself. Every time you put too much water in the pot and it starts boiling and you add the pasta and then it starts boiling over and you're like, I'm so stupid. I should have known not to add so much water. Forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for this silly little thing that doesn't change who I am fundamentally, but just shows me that I have room to grow. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for, picking up a bag that I knew had a hole in it and putting stuff in it and things fell out. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not remembering to bring this thing with me even though I knew I would need it today. I forgive myself. Because when you forgive yourself for the little things over and over and over again, and you make the habit of it's sort of like, you make the habit of saying I forgive myself so many times that the words I forgive myself start to feel more natural to you. And because it's forgiveness for like these little things, then you don't feel quite so obligated to this big monumental level of forgiveness of, wow, that was like an earth-shattering thing that I have to forgive myself for now. When you make this practice of forgiving yourself for the little things and saying out loud, I forgive myself, and saying it as many times as you need to until you actually believe it. When you make this practice, then it's like the forgiveness cream rises to the top. And when you do have to forgive yourself for bigger and bigger and bigger things, bigger fuck ups, then the first thing on your mind won't be, God, I fucking suck. I mean, it might still be the first thing, but the second thing, real close behind the first and a half thing, the number one thing will be, God, I fucking suck. And the number 1.5 thing will be, and I forgive myself. That is just fucking life-changing. And once you have this practice of like the little things amounting to bigger forgiveness, then you have more empathy, you have more compassion. You suddenly are looking at everything in your life as like you didn't mean to do that. It was probably a mistake, and I forgive you. The words I forgive you and I forgive myself, just the words I forgive, will be so much more accessible to you, that the empathy and compassion that you are just vroom, 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 like harnessing all the time, will start to come so much easier. And that way, when it comes to the family wounds, past, present, ongoing, you will have that forgiveness at the core. And it'll be so much easier for you to say, this isn't gonna fuck up my day because I forgive it immediately. Immediately I forgive it. Immediately I forgive you. Immediately I forgive myself. Immediately I forgive this situation that happened. I forgive it because I give myself the permission to not let it change who I think I am. I'm giving myself another chance at joy and at peace and at happiness when I forgive. As you may know, today is the day. Today is the day when the Family Wounds and Forgiveness course is live on my website. So go and check it out via the link in my description. The link in this video's description. If you would like to have an abundance of resources for not only forgiveness, just on the whole, but also for addressing family wounds and relationships that mirror family wound stories, so that you can start to detangle all of those connections and really get clear on how you want to approach new and existing relationships, so that there is healing, there is compassion, and there is a constant state of forgiveness and open communication, which fosters that sense of continued peace and joy and vibrancy in the present. I love you so much. You deserve this course. If it is something that you desire, go and check it out. And thank you for watching this series. Let me know in the comments if there are any other sort of big things that you've been through in your life, or that you are currently going through, that you feel like this is a pattern, this is something that is too big for me, and I wish that I had some guidance. I wish that I had some alternative ways to view things and to think about things, so that I'm not constantly twisted about it. Let me know in the comments what those are, and make sure that you are subscribed so that you can stay in touch with all of the new series that I'm coming out with, because I'm going to come out with more series for people pleasers, for people who are highly sensitive. I'm going to come out with other things. I mean, I just have like lists and lists and lists of topics that I'm interested in, but I want to know what you're interested in, and I want to know what you need, because if you're here, then we probably are connecting on a certain level, and we are maybe connecting on a lot of other levels too, of understanding that I am ready and willing to prepare and share for you. Again, thank you for giving yourself this time to receive all of this information, to receive all of these good feelings, this new understanding about how to approach family wounds with forgiveness. I love you so much. You are deserving of all the love you desire. And as long as you are subscribed, this will not be the last time that you are hearing. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. Mwah.